How many licks does it take to get to the center of the lollipop? I'll tell you. But I gotta have a few beers in me first, and then I'll be able to determine it. Cheers, everybody. Graham from Smarty Pints here. We're back from an excursion. It's a week later, but we served the beer. It went over very well. Last time you saw me brewing it and possibly racking it. I can't remember what was in the video. A lot has happened since then. So here we go. So originally I brewed up a wheat beer that I put on top of cherries, organic frozen cherries that I got at Woodman's. And while I was there, I went there with my future brother-in-law, who is now my brother-in-law because the wedding's happened. And I was like, you know, Jay, I want to brew you this awesome beer, but I need you to tell me what you want in that beer because I know you like the cherry beer. I know you like the cherries. But if I could make something magical happen, what would you like that magic to be? And he said, well, you know, I kind of like summer shanty. Or maybe I was the one that presented that idea. I don't remember. But it went down something like that. One of us said one of those lines. And I decided, you know, I want to make a sort of summer shanty beer, but here's the catch. I don't want it to be like sugary sweet like summer shanty because to me, I feel like after I have a summer shanty, I'm going to get diabetes. So, because it tastes more like sugary lemonade than a beer. So I decided I want to keep the wheat beer flavor, just add a little bit of a lemon tartness to it. So while we were at the store, we picked up, I don't remember the brand name, but it was a organic lemonade concentrate at Woodman's. I think it was a Woodman's brand or one of their off-name brands because it was in a roll in a can, you know, that you just take the paper off the top and it goes thump, pops open. So basically, I took the other half of the beer, put the lemonade concentrate on the bottom of the carboy, and then put the beer on top of it. Same with the cherries. I put a pound of cherries in, let it sit there. Both beers, I let them sit on top of those for about like 2 to 3 weeks. I think that's about right. In secondary, not primary. I let it finish out its fermentation, and then I put it on top. So, I hate being a solo cameraman. All right, so here's what we got going here, dudes. Oh, it's so bright. It is so bright. Right here we got the lemon. This is the lemon guy. And right here we got the cherry guy. Now, you can sort of tell a color difference here. Actually, you can tell pretty well. This one's more of a orange yellow. This one's more of a copper to a red, which is what I wanted. And that is all because of the cherries. Because both these are the same beer, but with different additions into it. So, lemony concentrate, so it didn't change color at all, and cherries, where it changed it quite a bit. So, the great thing about this beer is that I went out to tackle Samuel Smith's organic cherry wheat. Now, I did not get what I wanted out of Samuel Smith's cherry wheat in my beer. Because their beer is like, pow, cherries. It's like zing, pow, bam. If it was a comic strip, it would be like you just see cherries blasting all over the place. I don't like that. My brother-in-law, he likes that. So what I did was I broke even. I said, I'm going to get you the cherries, but they're not going to be like pow in your face. So this beer is actually pretty damn good. Unfortunately, it sat in my house off carbonation for the past week, so I just started carbonating again last night. And there's a pretty good amount of CO2 in it, but not enough to really add pizzazz for head or anything. That's why it looks sort of flat, because it is sort of flat. But I don't care, because it tastes really good. It's really good. You get a nice wheat beer flavor, that clean, crisp wheat flavor, kind of bready. And right off the bat, in the background is cherries. It's not sweet cherries, it's not overly tart cherries, but it's just enough there to be like, oh my God, it's cherries and I love them. This beer went over the top at the rehearsal dinner. My brother-in-law's dad is a Molson guy. Molson, Coors Light, you know, commercial big boy beers. So I was really interested to see if he'd drink it because he brought some backup beers in case he wouldn't like it. And he had his Molson. I'm like, oh great, he's gonna drink that all night long. But he didn't. He actually grabbed a cup, walked up to me, and he said, I'm getting some of your beer right now. I'm really interested in seeing what this tastes like. And I kid you not, he drank from the same cup, the same beer all night long. Not the lemon beer. I think Dan drank from the cherry wheat all night long. There were some people that had the lemon, but each keg had about 5 gallons in each keg. I lost some after transferring on top of cherries and the lemonade concentrate, but about 5 gallons in each, and the cherry has like a gallon left in the keg. People killed the keg almost, and that was just one night of drinking. And the lemonade has less than half. It wasn't that big of a hit, but that's okay because it's more for me, way more for me. Now, do I really like the lemonade beer? I don't know. I mean, if I could do it over again, I might have added a little bit of sweetness to it because it's just a little over the top tartness, but it's still good. If anything, the after flavor, what it leaves in your mouth is just amazing. It's not summer shanty beer at all. It is, I just put a lemon in my beer, basically. Because whatever sugar, which there was hardly any sugar in the lemonade concentrate, whatever residual yeast stayed behind, fermented off the sugar, and all you got left is this lemon flavor. So it still tastes really good. It still tastes good. So there's that. Future plans for brewing. I'm having a get together at our place with the permission of the wife. Planning on brewing up some beers for that. One big beer, actually. Instead of a long time ago, I decided to go balls to the wall and I brewed up like 7 beers. I don't think I could ever do that again because that was like 1 beer a weekend. It was bananas. So what I'm going to do this time is, since I can brew in larger quantities, I'm going to brew up 1 big beer. I'm going to split it. I'm going to do a Schlafly Pale Ale pseudo clone. And I say pseudo clone because I'm going to try to clone it, but put my own thing to it, which is what homebrewing's all about, is just take something and put a little put your own mark on it, basically. So I got that going, but it's basically, my original idea was I was going to do a French Saison or farmhouse ale and then just split it. Do the same hop additions, but then split it and do different strains of yeast. So you wind up with 2 different beers, but from the same mash. Pretty cool, huh? So one's going to be a French Saison / farmhouse ale, and the other one's going to be my own, I don't know, beer. I can't say Schlafly clone because really it's not going to be a Schlafly clone, but I'm using the London ale yeast on it, and it's got the similar grains as the pale ale, but I don't think I'm doing the same hop additions. But anyways, I'm hoping it'll taste sort of similar. So here you go. The beers I did: cherry wheat, the lemonade, lemon, whatever. I'm glad everybody at the rehearsal dinner had a blast, enjoyed my beer for my sister's wedding. It was a great time. Guys, thanks for sharing the moment with me. I wish I could have recorded it, but I was so blitzed out of my mind that night. Oh, memories, if I could remember them. Anyways, catch you later, guys. Cheers.